Hello friends and welcome back to another video. This week we're gonna talk about the fitness industry. I don't really like what's going on social media in the fitness industry because they overcomplicate everything. One person tells you to eat this, the other person tells you you can't eat that. One person tells you to train like this, the other person says no, don't train like that. There are so many informations, especially if you're new to your fitness journey. You don't know what is correct or what is misinformation. You don't know who to trust and you don't know who to believe, who to follow. Therefore, you will not get anywhere because you overthink everything. And then you don't even get started. You don't take action because you're overthinking and you don't really know what to do. So that's what I'm here to talk about today. How to stop overthinking your fitness journey. Because the fitness journey is a long process. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot of work to get done in your brain, mentality, in your habits, and all of that is hard enough and complicated enough. I'm gonna help you how to not overthink so you can take action sooner. So if you ever overthink what to eat or how to train, or that you're thinking you're not doing enough or you may be doing too much, this video is for you because overthinking is the biggest thing that holds people back from achieving what they want to achieve and from actually seeing progress. So today I want to break down how to stop overcomplicating fitness, also kind of get into the basics that you should do or you can start with, and if you have these basics you have like this solid start to get your fitness journey started or refired wherever you're at in your journey right now. So I already said that the issue nowadays is that there is so much information out there and it is also very easily accessible, which is on the one hand amazing because you don't have to go to the library and study a book from the 1920s on how exercise is healthy for you. You can literally in seconds get all the information that you need. But also it's so overwhelming because every video and every person tells you something different. And also there's so many like fitness trends, the carnivore diet, just doing Pilates to get the toned look. Some of these things are just trends because they get reach if you talk about it, but there are simple basics that just work. They have been working for years, for decades. People don't make money talking about them because it's boring. That's why nobody talks about it and everybody hops on the trend. So this is what we're gonna cover today, the basics. I'm gonna get into the basics a little bit. I can do a separate video on them if you want me to get deeper into it. But yeah, today we're gonna talk more about the mentality, how to stop overthinking it all. Because when you overthink, you don't take action and you second guess everything. Then you start comparing yourself to others and to their journeys and what they post on social media. And instead of trusting your own routine that you may have built already for yourself, you start switching it up and you start doing what that other person is doing because it seems to be working for them. But that's not how it works because you need consistency and you need to stick to your routine for a certain amount of time before switching it up, because if not, you're not going to see results. And then you're going to get frustrated, you're going to start overthinking again, and then it starts all from the beginning and you do it all over again. So that's not a discipline issue or a consistency issue. That's an information overload issue, which we all live in nowadays. The biggest mindset shift, and also the only one that you have to do for this topic, is to realize you don't need to do the things perfectly or you don't have to execute everything, every habit that you see. You just need to do the basics consistently. So it's simple over perfectionism. Think of it like this: your body doesn't care if your plan is perfect. It cares that you show up and you move your body and you eat balanced and you sleep and you repeat all of this. And basically these already are the three basics that I mentioned. Move your body, eat balanced meals, get your sleep in. These are like the three pillars that you build your entire health on. Also start your fitness journey with. These three pillars are the basics and they also have the biggest impact. So if you don't drink electrolytes or your green power smoothie, whatever, in the morning, your body doesn't care about that. If your pillars, your foundation is not built with moving your body, eating balanced meals and sleeping enough and have a good quality of sleep, your electrolytes are not going to do shit. Get your basics in check, and then when you have built that foundation, you can hop on all the trends you want to do, but stick to the basics. So if this is your plan, your basic plan, these three pillars, you don't have to search for the best plan or for the most efficient one. Focus on making this current plan a sustainable one, because that's how you see long-term change. So we're going to get into three practical tips that you can use to stop overthinking. So step number one would be pick a routine and commit to it for 4 weeks. Pick whatever routine now sounds the best for you or sounds the most intriguing to you or which you think you could stick to for 4 weeks, and do that. So I would suggest, for example, if you're at the beginning of the fitness journey or you're at a point where you don't even know what to do anymore, choose, as I said, the basic ones. Start a program. Start a 4-week phase where you focus solely on moving your body daily. You don't even have to specify what kind of movement it is. Just tell yourself every day, I'm going to move my body, then I'm going to eat healthy and balanced. Also, this doesn't have to be in a calorie deficit. It doesn't have to be low carb. It doesn't have to be very specific. Just have balanced meals. Have your protein, your fats, your carbs. Maybe if you want to add on, don't go out to eat as much or don't order takeout that much. And then give your body 7 to 9 hours of sleep and quality sleep. I basically just gave you the script. You could just write those 3 pillars down and stick to those things for 4 weeks. Stop program hopping, pick this one routine, this one split, this one structure, and give it 4 weeks. And that's how you collect data and experience. After 4 weeks, you're going to see if it's working for you or not. You can't build consistency or see results if you keep switching it up, because then, first of all, you're not going to see results because you have not been consistent with one habit. But also, if something works, if you achieve something regarding your goal while switching up the programs, you don't know why you achieved it. What habit was the outstanding one that helped you get there? So stick to it, and at the end of the 4 weeks, evaluate and see, did some of this routine help me? If yes, continue doing it. If not, then you can switch it out. But then you know what works for you. Tip number 2 regarding nutrition, I wanted to get a bit deeper into it because nutrition is a very big topic. If I just say eat balanced meals, that's pretty broad and that's not going to help you. So I already said, balance your meals, always have a protein source, a carb source, and a fat source, and some veggies. Throw them in there. It makes the plate look prettier, it's colors, it's healthy, and they don't taste bad. And you do not have to track every tiny detail. Yes, counting calories has its benefits, and I think it's a very efficient tool if you're starting your journey or you're starting your new cycle of fitness journey. Don't start with calorie tracking. As I said, stick to the basics, don't overcomplicate it. And also this way you listen to learn your body and what it truly needs. You listen to your hunger cues and you don't micromanage numbers and think about food as in numbers, which can happen obviously if you track your food. And also obviously it's kind of part of nutrition, but drink water, hydrate yourself. Your body is 70% made of water. And tip number 3, which is also a very good tip during this entire process, focus on your feelings and not just the results. So ask yourself, maybe do like a weekly check-in or even a daily check-in if you want to do daily. Ask yourself, how am I feeling today? How do I feel after my training? How do I feel after eating certain meals? And then over time, ask yourself, how do I feel now that I have trained regularly for 2 weeks? Or when I eat well? Or when I sleep enough? Do I feel more rested? Do I have more energy? You have to kind of evaluate how changing your lifestyle changes your mood, your energy levels, and how you feel in general. That's how the progress that you make is real progress. You feel it in the energy, in the confidence, and in clarity. Also, mental clarity is a big one, which you're definitely gonna feel if you eat less junk food. Trust me. So don't chase the numbers, the calories, the steps. Choose clarity. Chase that feeling. And yes, sometimes that does mean that you have to suffer so much that you can change something. This was a big lesson in my journey that I realized I can only change if I am in pain enough, which does not sound healthy. But I feel like sometimes for some people in certain areas of life, I don't want to generalize, sometimes you have to be in so much pain. It doesn't have to be physical pain, mental pain, just suffering. Sometimes you have to suffer so much that you say, okay, life cannot keep going like this. I have to change something. I cannot feel this miserable for the rest of my life. Also because I'm inflicting the pain to myself. I'm hurting myself by making these choices, so I can also relieve myself from the pain by making other choices. And at the end, you want to start a fitness journey or a healthier lifestyle because you want to feel different and you want to feel better. The numbers or tracking statistics might help you in the progress to see if you're like on the right track. But to find out really which habits help you, you have to listen to your body and feel how the body responds to changing your life. It's the same with habits you want to stop doing. For example, me and my boyfriend, we had this tradition to have takeout burgers every Friday night and a movie. That was just kind of our light at the horizon. At the end of the week, we're gonna have burgers and we're gonna watch a movie. This was just kind of our thing. But after doing this for a few weeks, I realized every Saturday morning I was bloated, kind of had a guilty conscience as well because I had my goals, and then a 1,200 calorie burger with fries did just not align with what I wanted to achieve and how I wanted to feel, because I don't like waking up bloated and not feeling good in my body. And yes, it might taste very good, and I'm not saying I'm not having the burger again. I'm having it once in a while, then I'm making the conscious decision. Well, to get back to my point, what I wanted to say is I'm choosing not to have the burger because how my body feels. Sometimes you don't even have to start a new habit to feel better, but just quit old ones that don't make you feel good. So maybe think about anything in your life that you're not happy with, how it makes you feel. You drink every weekend or you smoke and you realize it doesn't really feel good to you. You don't feel good in your body. Quit those things before starting something new and you will already see big changes. So in general, the more you simplify, the easier it is for you to be consistent and to become consistent. Like if you see your fitness journey as a to-do list, as a daily to-do list, it's gonna drive you nuts because you have so much to do anyway. You have work, you have a life, you have a family, you have maybe a partner. There is so much going on. If you then add all these to-dos to feel better, that's not gonna be sustainable. Don't think about the life changes you want to make to become healthier or feel better as things you have to do, but things you want to do to feel better. And you don't need to think your way into progress. You have to act your way into it. So don't overthink it, don't overplan it. Kind of take it day by day, because clarity comes once you start doing and not before, sadly. So take a deep breath and think about you're not behind and you're also not doing it wrong, because there are many different ways that you can get there. You just have to find the way for you. And I think once you let go of that pressure that you have to do everything perfectly and everything correctly and everything you see on social media, and you have to do the exact 5 a.m. morning routine as all the fitness influencers, you're gonna let go of the pressure that you put on yourself, and then fitness can actually become fun again. Because there is no fun in working off a to-do list. Well, maybe some days there is. To be fair, sometimes I love to just check off my to-do list, but I think you get my point. It's not fun to wake up every morning and be like, okay, I have 30 to-dos and that's outside of my work. And then once you're in that routine and you kind of already feel a little bit better and you've found certain pillars that you can stick to every day, like you have your base, then you can get more precise. And then you can add some things to the routine that you think you will benefit from. For example, your daily movement so far has been a walk every day. I'm not saying 10,000 steps. I'm not even saying 5,000 steps. Just you got into the habit of showing your body that you're going to move it every day. And your body notices it. Wow, she's taking care of me and I get my movement in. The walks kind of get boring maybe. So now you can think further and be like, okay, what kind of movement would be good for me or could improve my health even more? And then you can get into the weightlifting, or you can do a Pilates class. I'm not hating on the Pilates people. Then you can get more precise and you say, I'm going to go lift the weights twice a week. Same with the nutrition. Now that you got the basics and 80% of the time you have healthy meals and you eat your veggies and you eat your protein, you can say, okay, now my goal is I want to lose fat, or I want to gain weight, or I want to gain muscle. You can get more precise with the nutrition as well. And then you can also start tracking your calories. You have this base, you build the foundation, also knowledge, not just of your habits, but also your knowledge, and you know what you like, you know what's good for you. And that's how you build the sustainable fitness life. Or let's say that's how you build a healthy lifestyle. You have to start somewhere. I often see people that have never moved a single muscle in their body. They want to start going to the gym 5 times a week and they force themselves just to eat chicken, rice, and broccoli because they saw it from some fitness influencer and that's the magic meal for weight loss. It is not, by the way. So I can understand that it is super overwhelming if you're just getting started, or you tried many different diets, or you bought some gym plans from influencers and you tried those and they didn't work for you. And then after a few weeks you jump to another one and it also didn't work for you. And you even spend money for that. I get it. It's very frustrating. And to be fair, I was always a very active child. Like I did gymnastics. I went over to track and field. So I was always very active. When I then switched from track and field and went over to the gym, it wasn't as hard for me because I did some weightlifting while doing track and field to build muscles, obviously. But back then I thought I was doing everything right. And I thought this is the routine for me and this is how I'm going to get far. And if I now look back like 5 years, I'm like, what the hell was I doing? And why did I think I know so much and I'm so clever and I know everything? To be honest, I just wish that I would have done social media back then just to document everything and now look back and cringe at them. I mean, I'm cringing at my first videos anyway. But with that, I just want to say you learn so much in the process. The routine that you start with might not work for you in a few months or years. Definitely didn't for me. So keep in mind, everyone has to start somewhere. You have to start simple. You can't get started at level 10. You have to start at level 1. So keep that in mind. Don't overcomplicate it and don't overthink it. I really hope that this helped you to simplify the whole process. Maybe also eases your mind a bit to realize, first of all, you're not alone. Every fitness influencer that has a shredded body or seems like to have the perfect life has been there. So I hope this video helped you. And if you have any more questions, let me know. I'm happy to help. I'm your big gym girl sis or your healthy lifestyle sis. I'm here to assist you. I'm here to help you. And I love to talk about all this topic and I love to help people. So let me know. And also I have in this Made Easy series certain topics where I talk about mindset shifts, also tips, practical habits that you can implement in your life. So maybe check out one of these. Maybe there's a topic that you're interested in and need some help with. So if this video helped you or you liked it, leave it a thumbs up and also follow me. Also follow me on Instagram. I give some helpful tips there as well. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you and I will see you the next time.